Welcome back to our channel US Coin 69, the place where we uncover hidden treasures in your coin collection. Have you ever wondered if that old coins could be worth thousands or even millions? Well, today's your lucky day. We're diving into some of the rarest and most valuable US coins that might be sitting right under your nose. Let's jump in and see if you've got a fortune waiting to be discovered. Top 1. The United States of America has a rich history, especially when it comes to its coins. One coin that has captured the attention of collectors and history enthusiasts alike is the Washington quarter dollar, specifically the one minted in 1979. While the Washington quarter has been a staple in American currency for many years, the 1979 edition stands out for its rarity and potential value. Today, we're going to explore this fascinating coin, its history, and its value in the modern coin market. First, let's dive into the history of the Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Designed by John Flanagan, the coin features a left-facing bust of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse, which became the hallmark of this series. Over the years, the Washington quarter has seen many changes, including adjustments in the metal composition and design modifications. However, the 1979 Washington quarter remains one of the more intriguing and valuable ones in the series. The 1979 Washington quarter was minted during a period when coinage in the United States was in a state of transition. The U.S. was no longer using 90% silver in its circulating coins, a change that had occurred in 1965. By 1979, quarters were composed of a clad alloy of copper and nickel, making them more durable and less expensive to produce. However, despite the change in composition, the 1979 Washington quarter stands out for a few distinct reasons. One of the most interesting aspects of this coin is its rarity. While most 1979 quarters are worth only a small fraction of their face value, a few coins minted in this year have garnered significant attention from collectors due to their unique characteristics. These rare versions of the 1979 Washington quarter have been the subject of extensive research, and it is these specific coins that can fetch an impressive amount on the market. In particular, the 1979 Washington quarter with a specific minting error has become quite the prized find. This error coin features a doubling of the date, creating a noticeable shift in the numbers 1979. This is known as a double die variety, and it is a mistake made during the coin's minting process. Such errors are relatively rare, which is what drives up their value in the market. Coin collectors are often on the lookout for these types of mistakes, as they make for fascinating additions to any collection. Now, what makes the 1979 Washington quarter so valuable? The key factor is rarity. While millions of quarters are minted each year, only a small number of coins feature minting errors or special characteristics that make them rare. These coins are often discovered in limited numbers and become highly sought after by collectors and investors who are eager to own a piece of history. And when these coins come up for auction or are sold privately, they can fetch some truly impressive sums. When it comes to determining the value of a coin like the 1979 Washington quarter, the condition of the coin is extremely important. Coins that are well preserved and in excellent condition, especially those that show minimal signs of wear and tear, are generally worth more than coins that are heavily circulated. The grade of the coin can make a huge difference in its value. Coins that are graded in the higher ranges, such as MS, mint state, or PR proof, can be worth much more than their lower-graded counterparts. But let's get down to the main question: how much is a 1979 Washington quarter actually worth? Well, depending on the condition, minting errors, and demand, some of these coins can fetch a small fortune. In particular, if you happen to find a 1979 Washington quarter in near-perfect condition or one that has the coveted double die error, you could be looking at a coin worth up to a stunning $68,000. The value of the 1979 Washington quarter serves as a reminder of how important it is to pay attention to detail when it comes to collecting coins. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just getting started, always keep an eye out for these rare and valuable pieces. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes, a small find can turn into a significant financial gain. So, next time you're going through your change, take a moment to examine those Washington quarters. You might just find one worth more than you ever imagined. Top 2. The United States of America is known for its iconic currency, with many of its coins having fascinating stories behind them. One such coin that often piques the interest of collectors and numismatists alike is the Washington quarter dollar from 1983. While many coins are part of the everyday circulation, some unique ones stand out due to rarity, special characteristics, and historical significance. The 1983 Washington quarter is one such coin, and today we'll explore its fascinating history, its unique features, and, of course, its value in today's market. To understand the allure of the 1983 Washington quarter, it's important to first dive into the context of the Washington quarter itself. Introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, the design of the coin has largely remained consistent over the years. The front of the coin features a portrait of Washington, and the back displays a majestic eagle. This coin quickly became one of the most recognizable symbols of American currency. However, as time passed and changes in minting technology occurred, some years of the Washington quarter, like the 1983 edition, became important due to certain anomalies or unique features. The 1983 Washington quarter, much like many coins of that era, was struck from a clad composition, a combination of copper and nickel. This was a significant departure from the earlier quarters that were made with 90% silver. While these clad quarters are the standard in most circulation coins today, it's the rare and special examples from certain years that grab the attention of collectors. The 1983 quarter, while appearing like many others at first glance, is known for certain rare errors that make it highly desirable. One of the key reasons the 1983 Washington quarter has such value is due to the presence of specific minting errors. Some of these quarters were struck with certain variations, such as misprints, doubling, or even off-center strikes. These minting errors are the result of mistakes made during the coin's production. While errors happen occasionally in mass coin production, they are usually a result of pressure, misalignment, or worn-out dies, and because they occur in limited numbers, they become highly sought after by collectors. In particular, one of the most valuable 1983 Washington quarters features a double die obverse. This is an error where the design on the front of the coin is slightly doubled due to a problem during the coin's striking process. The doubling is most noticeable in the digits of the year 1983, where collectors can clearly see a shifted impression of the numbers. It's this subtle but fascinating detail that makes the coin so much more valuable. Double die errors are a treasure to collectors because they are rare and represent a historical artifact of an imperfection in minting. The condition of the coin is also a major factor in determining its worth. As with any collectible, the better the condition of the coin, the more it will fetch on the open market. A quarter that has been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition will command a higher price than one that has been heavily worn and circulated. Coin grading experts assess the quality of a coin using a scale from poor to perfect. A quarter with a higher grade, such as MS 65 or higher, can be worth significantly more, even if it is the same year and minting variety as a lower grade coin. Now, let's talk about the real question on every collector's mind. How much is the 1983 Washington quarter actually worth? While most 1983 Washington quarters might be worth just a few quarters, the rarer and more valuable ones, especially those with minting errors like the double die, can fetch impressive amounts. Coins with these errors, in top condition, have been known to sell for incredible prices, especially when they come up for auction or are sold through specialized coin dealers. A well-preserved 1983 Washington quarter with the double die error, in particular, can command a stunning $58,000. Yes, you read that right, $58,000. This amount makes the coin an extremely valuable piece of American history, offering collectors an incredible return on investment. It's a reminder of how rare errors, combined with the right condition, can result in a coin being worth far more than its face value. For collectors, this is an exciting example of how even the most common coins, like the 1983 Washington quarter, can hide gems of enormous value. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and sometimes, a simple change in a coin's design or an accidental minting error can turn a modest piece of currency into a treasure worth thousands of dollars. So, next time you're sifting through your spare change or browsing through coin shops, keep an eye out for those rare varieties. You could be holding on to a coin worth more than you ever imagined. Top 3. The United States has a long and storied history when it comes to its coinage, with several iconic pieces that have left a lasting mark on collectors and history enthusiasts alike. One such coin is the Washington quarter dollar from 1986. While the Washington quarter is a familiar coin that has been in circulation for many decades, the 1986 version holds a special place in the world of numismatics. This particular coin, despite its relatively recent minting, is highly sought after by collectors due to a number of factors that make it unique and valuable. Today, we'll explore the history behind the 1986 Washington quarter, what makes it so special, and why it could potentially be worth a small fortune. The Washington quarter itself has been a staple of American currency since 1932. It was originally designed by John Flanagan to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, and since then, the design has become one of the most iconic symbols of the United States. The obverse features a portrait of George Washington, while the reverse showcases an eagle, which was later replaced with a different design for some years. However, when the 1986 Washington quarter was struck, it marked a period of change in U.S. coinage, as the country was transitioning into modern-era minting techniques and focusing on a new type of coin collecting. The 1986 Washington quarter was part of a large series of quarters issued during a time when the U.S. Mint was primarily using a copper-nickel clad composition. This was in stark contrast to the earlier years when quarters were made from 90% silver. As a result, many of the coins produced in the 1980s, including the 1986 Washington quarter, are generally not considered rare in the sense that they were mass-produced and circulated widely. However, despite the high production numbers, some 1986 Washington quarters have gained significant attention due to a variety of factors. What makes the 1986 Washington quarter stand out in the eyes of collectors is the possibility of finding special versions with minting errors. One of the key reasons why coins like this can become valuable is due to these mistakes, which are relatively rare and highly prized by numismatists. Some 1986 Washington quarters were minted with flaws such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die errors. These types of minting errors occur when there's a misalignment or mistake in the minting process, making certain coins more valuable due to their rarity and the imperfection that sets them apart from others in circulation. One of the most significant types of errors that collectors seek is the double die variety. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once, and the design on the coin appears to be slightly doubled, often making the date and lettering more prominent or shifted. In the case of the 1986 Washington quarter, a double die error can make the numbers in the date 1986 appear slightly off-center or duplicated. These subtle errors make the coin incredibly rare and increase its value significantly. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins with these types of minting defects, as they offer a glimpse into the history of the coin's production and are often considered a treasure to own. The condition of the coin is another critical factor when it comes to determining its value. As with any collectible, a coin in excellent condition will always be worth more than one that has been heavily circulated. The more pristine a coin is, particularly if it is uncirculated, the higher its market value. Coin graders assess the quality of a coin using a numerical scale, ranging from poor to perfect. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. A 1986 Washington quarter that has been well preserved, free of significant scratches, stains, or wear, will command a premium price compared to one that is more worn out from years of handling. Now, let's get to the most exciting part. How much is the 1986 Washington quarter actually worth? Most 1986 quarters are worth just their face value, 25 cents, but a rare, well-preserved example with a significant minting error, such as a double die or off-center strike, can fetch an impressive price. In fact, when one of these rarities is put up for auction or sold through a private dealer, it can sell for an incredible amount. So, how much can you expect to pay for such a coin? A well-preserved 1986 Washington quarter with a minting error could be worth as much as $53,000. Yes, that's right, $53,000. This price reflects how valuable certain errors can make a coin, especially when it's a rare find. For collectors, this is the dream, a coin worth far more than its original value, offering a rewarding investment for those who have the patience and knowledge to hunt for such pieces. If you're a coin collector or just someone with an interest in numismatics, the 1986 Washington quarter offers a prime example of how even modern coins can be of great value. With a keen eye for detail and a little bit of luck, you could potentially discover one of these rare gems in your collection or while browsing through coin shops or auctions. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises, and sometimes it's the seemingly ordinary coins that hold the greatest treasures. Keep an eye out for those unique minting errors and well-preserved specimens, because you might just find a coin that could make you a small fortune. Top 4. The United States is home to many iconic coins, each telling its own story and carrying with it a piece of American history. Among these, the Washington quarter dollar holds a special place in the hearts of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. First introduced in 1932, the Washington quarter has gone through various changes and design modifications over the years. However, the 1997 Washington quarter stands out as a particularly interesting piece for both collectors and investors. Today, we're going to take a closer look at this coin, its history, and its surprising value in the world of numismatics. The Washington quarter, as many know, features the image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The obverse of the coin depicts his left-facing profile, while the reverse showcases an eagle, a symbol of American strength and freedom. The 1997 Washington quarter, minted during a time when coin production was transitioning to modern technology, is one of many quarters that made its way into circulation. But it is not just the design or the historical context that makes the 1997 version special. There are several unique features about this coin that make it highly collectible and potentially quite valuable. During the 1990s, the U.S. Mint was producing quarters primarily made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, which replaced the earlier 90% silver quarters that were once standard. The 1997 Washington quarter, just like many of its peers, was struck with this clad alloy. While it's not the metal composition itself that makes the coin stand out, the key to its value lies in the specific characteristics that can be found on certain versions of the coin. While most 1997 quarters are common and not particularly rare, the ones that carry minting errors or unique features can be worth quite a bit more than their face value. One of the most notable things that can affect the value of a 1997 Washington quarter is the presence of minting errors. These errors occur when there is a mistake during the coin's production process, whether it's due to an issue with the dies, misalignment, or something else that leads to a noticeable flaw in the coin's design. Some 1997 Washington quarters were produced with misprints, double designs, off-center strikes, or die cracks. These imperfections, although unintentional, can add a great deal of value to the coin because they make it a rarity in the numismatic world. Among these errors, the most sought-after versions of the 1997 Washington quarter are those with double die obverse errors. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck multiple times, causing the design to appear doubled or shifted. In the case of the 1997 Washington quarter, this error is typically visible in the date or the inscriptions around George Washington's profile. Collectors prize these coins because they are rare, and the mistake is a fascinating part of the coin's history. Coins with this type of error are far less common than regular quarters, and because of that, they can command a higher price. Of course, the condition of the coin also plays a huge role in determining its value. In the world of coin collecting, the term condition refers to how well the coin has been preserved over time. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition are often much more valuable than those that have been heavily circulated. A coin with little to no wear and tear, minimal scratches, and sharp features is more likely to fetch a higher price. In fact, the grading of a coin, done by professional grading services, can drastically change its market value. Coins with a grade of MS-65 or higher, indicating that they are in nearly perfect condition, can be worth much more than coins with lower grades. Now, you might be wondering, how much is a 1997 Washington quarter actually worth? While most 1997 Washington quarters are worth only their face value of 25 cents, there are rare examples with minting errors or those in pristine condition that can fetch much more. The most valuable of these coins, especially those with double die errors or other significant flaws, can be worth thousands of dollars. So, how much exactly can you expect to pay for one of these rare coins? A well-preserved 1997 Washington quarter with a minting error or in high grade could be worth as much as $43,000. Yes, that's $43,000, a stunning return on what would otherwise be a common quarter. This price reflects the rarity of such coins and the high demand for these unique and historical pieces in the world of coin collecting. For those who are passionate about coin collecting, the 1997 Washington quarter is an excellent example of how a seemingly ordinary coin can become a treasure. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, it's always worth keeping an eye out for these special varieties, as they can represent an incredible investment opportunity. Coins like the 1997 Washington quarter remind us that the world of numismatics is full of surprises. Sometimes, The most unexpected finds can be worth far more than their face value.